This is the all-new Subaru Forester. Sure, it doesn't look a whole lot different from the old car, but it is. It is completely 100% brand new. It sits on the new global platform, which is already rolled out under the Impreza and the XV. It gets the latest generation of EyeSight active safety, and this entry-level model that we're testing gets more creature comforts than ever before. Now, sure, some will moan about the fact that you can't get a diesel engine. The turbocharged XT variant is gone and you can't choose a manual transmission. So, can this new Subaru Forester continue to be the brand's best-selling car in the country? We're testing the entry-level 2.5i, which gets Subaru's EyeSight Active Safety Suite, a 6.5-inch infotainment screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but no sat-nav. It gets air vents and twin USB outlets for those in the back. There's only one engine and transmission across the range, and the 2.5i gets 17-inch alloys as well as Subaru's clever X-Mode system. So you can't get the diesel or the turbocharged petrol motor from the old car, but what you do get is a 99.9% new version of Subaru's 2.5 litre 4-cylinder petrol motor. Makes 136 kilowatts and 239 newton meters of torque. Now this is a slight power and torque bump on the old car. It's mated to a CVT only, and fuel consumption is acclaimed 7.4 litres per 100 kilometres. Now don't believe the keyboard warriors, because this 2.5 litre 4-cylinder petrol motor really does have enough grunt to get you to where you need to go. Okay, I know what you're going to say. CVTs, they're not much fun. Well, you know what? Subaru's been making them for a while now, and they know how to make a good one. And the one in this new Forester is a good one. It really does get the best out of the engine. Power delivery is smooth, and there's none of the slurring or droning noise you used to get from old CVTs. All the general driving controls are pretty good. The brakes are nice and strong, and the throttle response is nice and progressive, which is handy whether you're crawling around on a dirt road or creeping along in stop-start traffic. The steering is nicely weighted, lacks a bit of feel, but the action's nice and direct. Now we're pretty familiar with Subaru's global platform from the Impreza and the XV, and while Subaru Australia's engineers don't get to have as heavy a hand in tuning cars here as some other brands do, they still get to have a say. I mean, don't forget, Australia is a top 5 market for Subaru, and so the cars we get here ride, handle and steer a little differently than cars do in other markets. In terms of its setup, the Forester errs on the side of comfort, and that's exactly what you want from an SUV like this. But don't panic, there's enough of a spring in its step that it's not going to fall over when you turn at a corner. But it's the bump smothering ability that you've got to appreciate when you go onto a dirt road. Now Subaru's X-Mode has been around for quite a while now. It's a really clever system. New for Forester though is a dual mode version of it. Now it's designed for deep snow and deep mud, but all it really does is, with one flick of the wrist, allows you to turn off stability control. In our entry-level model here, we've still got to do that ourselves, but hey, you're not missing out on any functionality at all. Subaru's X-Mode tweaks engine mapping and the transmission, and it softens the throttle response. It also speeds up the locking function between the front and rear axle by 25% for improved traction in scrabbly conditions. And the traction control cuts in more quickly too, to kill wheel spin and divert drive to the wheel or wheels with grip. Now X-Mode, coupled with permanent all-wheel drive and an impressive 220mm of ground clearance, are the key reasons that Subaru's Forester has been able to stay right at the top of this rugged soft road SUV segment. The Forester is a little longer both in the body and the wheelbase, and wider than the old car, so you get a little bit more room inside. Here in the front of the entry-level Forester you get a cloth interior, manual adjustment for the front seats. Now they're nice and comfortable, and they provide enough grip for when you're bumping around off-road or driving through corners. Now there's really good vision out of the Forester. The dashboard's been lowered and the glass house is huge. You've also got these really thin A-pillars, these quarter windows, and the rear window is huge, so vision out the back as well is excellent. There's almost no blind spots in this car. Now in terms of storage, you get the usual. You've got cup holders here, another little storage bin there, storage bin at the base of the dash with some charging outlets, You've got your glove box over here, big deep center console bin, sunglasses holder in the roof. You've got door bins as well with dedicated bottle holders. Here in the back of the Forester, there is acres of space. I've set this front seat up to suit myself, and as you can see, I've got loads of leg room here. I've got really good headroom too, and the seats themselves are nicely shaped and really comfortable. I also like the fact that there's almost no delineation between the three seats, which means this middle seat, in a pinch, could be used by an adult because it's not raising you up much closer to the roof. Now there's also directional rear air vents. There's also charging points, and I really like the fact that Subaru has separated the pouch pockets on the backs of the front seats so you can store different sized items. You've also got small door bins in here with bottle holders, and the backrest folds down as an armrest, and there are 2 cup holders in the back. Here in the back of the Forester, you've got 478 litres of storage space. If you drop down the 60/40 split fold seats, that grows to 1,000 litres. Beneath the boot floor is a full-size alloy spare, and I really do like this non-existent load lip. It makes loading and unloading the back of the Forester very easy. There's also storage hooks at the bottom, bag hooks at the top here, and a 12-volt outlet at the side. Even without the diesel engine, the manual transmission, or the turbocharged XT variant, the new Forester is an impressive bit of kit, especially its active safety setup and the amount of room there is inside the cabin. It's more capable than any one of its competitors on a dirt road, and it's right at the front of the pack on bitumen too. Now, if Subaru would just catch up with the rest of the pack and offer a 5-year warranty.